Hello everybody, a big warm welcome back to Fifield Junction, and today I've got a rather special review for you. Now, obviously you already know what we're going to be looking at, and I know it's not a loco that I really need to do, because I'm sure there's already been loads of videos on it, and I'm sure a lot of people have already heard a lot about it, but I thought I'd do it just in case you're interested. And of course it is the Hattons Class 66 diesel locomotive, as you can see. Now, I haven't put mine back in the box for this particular review because I'm sure, as a lot of you know that have got one, or at least know enough about it, it is an incredibly detailed model. It is very, very delicate, so I don't want to risk damaging anything. Well, to be honest, for some people you need to take out the box, it will just fall to pieces in your hand. But I don't want to risk damaging any of the very delicate details on the model by putting it back into the box. So I haven't put it back into the box for this particular review. It's already set out in the layout, and you'll see it a bit later. But I thought I'd just go through this just so you can see what the packaging and everything is like. So this is the really high quality box that you get when you buy the loco. I've got one of the sound fitted versions, and it is the Colas Rail Freight one, number 66848. I'm pretty sure it does say somewhere on the box that it's got sound in it. But yeah, as you can see, I've got the Colas Rail version, and this is one of these sound fitted ones, and it is really, really nice. The model is absolutely fantastic, and I know obviously there have been a lot of problems with it, whether it's mechanical or just the general quality of the model. I know a lot of people have had issues with theirs. I have as well, but overall the issues that I've had haven't been particularly massive, and I will go over them when we actually look at the loco in a minute. But quickly, I thought I'd show you the packaging, just in case you're interested. So obviously it's a really high quality box, and if I just lift the lid off, we've got a really, really nice foam insert here. And you do get some instructions. So since I've got the sound one, this is the digital sound instructions, and it tells you obviously each of the different sounds and everything. So you'll get those if you get the sound version. But if you were to just get a normal one, you get these normal operating instructions as well, and obviously they're very important because they tell you how to look after the model, lubrication, running in, and everything. I'm not sure. There's a chance you might get some instructions like these with the normal DCC fitted models, but obviously they won't be the sound ones. But I'm not sure because I haven't got one of the DCC fitted versions yet. I think I will get one in the future, but not at the moment. So you've got the instructions there, and then if we lift off this foam, you then get obviously some more foam around the outside, and then you get some block of ice packaging here as well, and obviously the model is held in place nicely inside that. So that's the packaging for you, just in case you're interested. And there we are. And then if I just put it all to one side, I'll just have a quick look through the instructions just in case. So it's got everything you need to know. So we can see you've got instruction and box contents, removing the body shell, changing the air dams and everything. So it's got everything you need to know in here. And actually I'll have to go back to that. It's very important. Inside the model you've got all these various switches, and they're useful for people running the loco on DC. Obviously if you have one of the DC versions. This is for different settings for the lights, so it gives you more control of the lights on DC. So I do recommend you look through those. And obviously for the sound version, we can see here you've got all the different sounds. So you've got various different sounds there, and then you've also got functions there. And they basically go through all the different settings for the lights, because it has got various settings for the lights, like obviously normal running lights, nighttime settings, parking modes, train modes, and everything like that. But I think what we'll do now is we'll go and have a look at the proper loco. Okay, here we are at the layout, and here is the locomotive. And our first impressions of this model are absolutely amazing. It is absolutely brimming with detail. There's so much of it. It's probably the most detailed model you can get on the market, I reckon. It is so detailed. For a start, you've got some lovely handrails here, all around the front. Some nice, really delicate grills there. But it's the bogies. That's one of the amazing features about this model, because it has got separately fitted axle boxes which do spin. However, they have been a pain for most people, for me as well, because I have had to glue 2 of them back on so far. It's actually two on the other side around here. But apart from that, I've had no issues with them. And the mechanism in this model is absolutely amazing. It's such a smooth runner. Absolutely amazing. Really can't fault the mechanism in this model. And then it does have working lights as well. So it's got normal daytime running lights. It's also got nighttime lights. However, the nighttime lights don't actually work for some reason. However, that doesn't bother me, because I never really use nighttime settings for the lights anyway. I just literally put the lights on and off she goes. So I don't really use any of the other settings. But then she's also got train mode, and when you select that, it basically turns off the red lights. Because obviously, if you've got a big long train behind the loco, you don't really need the red lights on. So if you activate that function, it does turn the tail lights off. And then you've also got parking mode, which basically means red lights at both ends of the loco. So if you've got it parked up in like a TMD or something, then you can put it in parking mode, and you'll have red lights on at both ends. And obviously this is on the DCC or DCC sound models. I don't know if you can do it on the DC versions. You'll have to check that. But at least on the DCC versions, then you can do that. And the livery on this loco is also absolutely fantastic. I can't see anything wrong with it. Obviously this is the Colas Rail Freight version, and I decided to go for this one because I really do love the Colas Rail livery. I need to get a few more Colas Rail locos. And the buffers are sprung, before I get to mention it. And it has got name couplings as well. Now when you buy the model, at one end you will have a fully detailed end, obviously at one end, and on the other you get a NEM tension lock coupling, and it's a nice slimline tension lock coupling. Obviously if you wanted to, you could take that out and put in whatever coupling you wanted. And well, everywhere you look on this model, it's just amazing. Really nice model. But obviously the issues that a lot of people have had with these, really isn't acceptable these days. Some people have had some major issues with these models, and it is basically luck at the moment if you get a perfect or near perfect sample. And luckily I was one of those, because overall it works fine. It's just some of the other smaller issues. But I reckon probably everyone's had issues with the axle boxes. Basically, in theory, the model is just unfinished in a way, because the issues that people have had just aren't acceptable these days. But overall, if you do get a perfect sample, you really won't be disappointed. And obviously, this is the sound version, so I think what we need to do without wasting any more time is get the sounds on.